Hello, welcome to my channel. It's time. Oh, my name is Amanda. Sorry, I got very excited. Usually I say, hi, welcome. My name is Amanda. I'm glad you're here. I'm so excited about this filming that I'm about to do. I'm so excited about what I'm about to talk about that I cannot even make words form in my mouth. Let me take a breath. Okay, hi, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about the books that I specifically would like to read for the month of March. There's a few caveats because if you saw my Q1 TBR, then you know I've already picked a bunch of books that I want to read for March. What am I doing? Well, some things happened. Number one, let's talk about what we already know, which is the books that I have already picked to read for the month of March. Let me get out of the way. Okay, so right up here. Oh, I need to change this. Okay, never mind. Forget you saw that. Okay, so the first thing up here is the new release that I'm going to read for the month of March, which is my favorite author, Stephen Graham Jones. I just decided that he is my favorite author like 3 weeks ago. Like I just declared him as #1 favorite to me. So I'm going to say it a lot at the beginning, and I'm sorry. Y'all just forgive me, okay? Buffalo Hunter comes out. I hated this title at first, but the way it's written, and from what I understand, this is a hunter of buffalo hunters, okay? So he's the Buffalo Hunter. The Buffalo Hunter. Okay. Now let's agree that the name is okay now. The second one, the book that I already have picked is my members get to suggest books to me, and I draw one each month. And for this month, it is Lethal Bayou Beauty. Technically, the wonderful member said, I know you liked the first book, so I suggest you continue with that series. So that's what I'm doing. The Stephen King read-along that I'm doing, we're reading Rose Madder. I've already read that, and it's a really long book. So I don't know if I'm going to reread it or if I'm just going to participate in the chat over on Jake's channel. So my plan is going to be to not include Rose Madder in any of the other things I'm doing and make it a requirement. I want it to still be like a mood read thing. If I feel like reading it, I will. If not, I'm not going to. That's how we're going to keep that. Somebody please remind me if I forget that by the time I'm done with this video and I put Rose Madder somewhere. Then I have my country book, and I got South Korea, and I'm going to be reading The Plotters for that. Then I have my state book is actually right here, The Cabin at the End of the World, and I want to say it's Vermont. I think it's Vermont. Maybe New Hampshire. It is a New England state that is not Maine. I know that much. This is also the last month that I'm doing a state-specific book because I have been reading a lot of books from different states. So I don't think it's something that I need to worry about prioritizing right now. Maybe when we get into Q3 or Q4, I'll do it. But for Q2, I'm not doing a state book. I skipped over that book because it wasn't supposed to be there, so I have removed it. Keeper of the Lost Things is for the Buzzword book, and that has things in the title. And then the other one has to have a book on the cover, and a fire at the exhibition has a little tiny book right down here. My mouse is covering it up, but it's right there. I promise. There's a little book right there. So I can't blow it up because I can't click on anything while I'm on this page. But if I go out here and I make it bigger, you can see that there is a book right there. Okay. So I still need to pick out 2 books because my girls over here in Aldia are going to be traveling for March. And this is the one that we went ahead and did January and February at the beginning, but now March is when we get there. I was waiting until we got to March. So let's get zoomed in. Here's my plan is to get all the way in here. We're going to start right here with Emmeline. So Emmeline can either go 3A or 3B, and we've got to roll the dice to see which one she's going to do. And I know I said roll the dice, but I'm going to flip a coin. So heads is going to be A and tails is going to be B. Okay, coin flip. Here we go. Flipping the coin. Heads. Okay, our girls might end up next to each other because she's going to be moving up here to 3A. And then for Adrian will do heads is A and tails is D. So let's coin flip for Adrian and see if they're going to be on the same spot. Nope. I'm kind of happy that they're not. So we have a 3D and a 3A. Let's read about that and see what it says. All right. If we're going, it says we're going from one to the other. So let me figure that out. Okay, so I'm going to take Emmeline and we're going to move her up here to 3A. So she goes 2B to 3A. So let's read that. Okay, 2B to 3A. Find new friends. Speak to the mages who are resting at the camp. Find a new recommendation online from someone you've not spoken to. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go look for some favorite books from booktubers that I have never watched before. That's going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to search for 2025 favorite books. There we go. Every book I want to read in 2025. No, 2024 is what I should have said. 2024 favorite books. Okay, my favorite books, Darling Desi. I do not know who she is. I also don't know who Haley Pham is. Maybe Pam. And I don't know who Lexi is. So this is 6-star reads and a new all-time favorite series. I kind of like that. And it's the top one. Oh, it's 40 minutes though. Dang, girl. Okay, I'm going to have to skip through this. But let me go find one of the favorites. Maybe the new all-time favorite series. Anyway, I hope we have some reads in common or, oh well, here we go.
Let me show you how to block this ad. First, you're going to click on this video. Then you're going to download Pi. It's an ad blocker.
After we watch an ad. Okay, we're going to do 2 times speed.
My sweet friends, I hope you're doing well. Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. The ending of this book, when I tell you I almost threw it across the room, I was so mad, but it was so good at the same time. Just on.
Oh, wow. So she says historical fantasy. I don't know that that's going to be it for me.
2, but they're by the same author, so I'm just going to put them together. And that is the Queen, the Taylor Swift of writing romance. And I stand by that. Jessa Hastings, Magnolia Parks, and Never. I have 2 editions of Magnolia Parks because I loved it that much. Got the brand new special cloth-bound edition and the UK.
Okay, I have never read both of these, but I have heard so many people talking about Magnolia Parks. I mean, she said the Taylor Swift of romance, and I've never even heard of her. I hate to disagree.
Writes what Taylor Swift does so beautifully and poetically about love. Okay, this is a good one. Says,
okay.
Is this what I've been doing to her all these years? Is this how her chest feels? Because it feels like I've got a carpet burn inside my chest. A carpet burn is so painful, but saying you have that inside your chest is such a beautiful way to say you're hurting and you're heartbroken.
Okay, so she said she's Taylor Swift because of the lyrics / writing that both of them do. I get it. She doesn't mean Taylor Swift level famous. I got it.
Taking a different direction. I devoured A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. Imagine Pride and Prejudice time period, Regency England, manor houses, country cottages, but horror, but also magic. This is a very unique story. It's about a girl.
Okay, this is at the very top of my list. I already have this as an option. So I'm going to super fast forward through here and see if anything else jumps out. Otherwise, I'm putting A Sorceress Comes to Call because I want to read it anyway. Okay, I might end up liking her husband's books more because I see that he has Brandon Sanderson, and under Brandon Sanderson, I see Dungeon Crawler Carl, so.
Book number 2 is Primal Hunter by Zogarth. This is okay, so I've been really into like lit RPG and isekai type fantasies this year. If you've never read any lit RPGs before, they're basically like a video game.
Okay, he's recommending a lit RPG, The Primal Hunter. I've never heard of this, but y'all know I love a lit RPG. I did just mention Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'm trying to find more of them, so.
That's good. But Unbound by Nicoli Gonella. Ooh, where do I start? It's a lit RPG. He ends up in another world after, I think he was like trying to save his sister and he like dies. Anyway, he winds up in another world in a foreign place.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to start writing down all these lit RPGs that this guy's telling us about. Okay. So I think I'm still going to go with A Sorceress Comes to Call. That is from these 2 people that I met along my journey, but I didn't know ahead of time. What did it say on the thing? Speak to the mages who are resting at the camp. So these are the mages that I ran into resting at the camp, and we talked about books, and I'm going to read A Sorceress Comes to Call from them. Okay, so, I'm covering it up, but there's the book, A Sorceress Comes to Call, right here on top of Emmeline at 3A. All right, so now Adrian is moving to 3D, so 2A to 3D. Let's see what it says. 2A to 3D. Inspect the well. You find an ornate well. It seems to have some charms and etchings in the stone. Stay a while and inspect it. Read a thriller. Okay, that's going to be easy. Let's go over to Goodreads. Let's go to My Books and let's find a thriller. Oh, y'all, I'm reading On a Quiet Street. This is going to tie into something else we're talking about in just a minute. That's definitely what I'm picking. All right, On a Quiet Street entered right here on Adrian. This is where they both are. Let's back up. Okay, you can see Adrian's journey started here with Amari, went to the Dark Lord and over to On a Quiet Street. So she is inspecting a well, and Emmeline is chatting with some mages at a fire. So from here, they shouldn't they shouldn't overlap with each other again. I guess they could. If they both went up to the 4D and 4A, they could both get to 5D. So maybe in April they could get closer. Oh yeah, because that's where they're definitely going. So let's look at this a little closer. So from here, they can only go, like she can't go to 2D and she's on 3. It has to be a 4 for the next one. So she can only go up to 4D. This says inspect the well. The other one says wait for morning is what she's going to do. And then this one said this one says find new friends. And then she's going to cross a river and be here. So either they're going to search for the rare sun dancer or go through a maze in May. That's what Emmeline can do. Or that's all that Adrian can do is look for the rare sun dancer. So she's going to 4D, 5D, 6D, no matter what, 7D, 8D, 9D. She won't have, 8D. From 8D, she will have some options. She can either go 9C or 9D. But yeah, Adrian is done with making choices, at least until August. And then Emmeline gets to make a choice in May. So, okay, but the girls are done. I'm going to add these 2 books over here in my March books. Let me copy what's over here and add those. Okay, there they are. Now, let's talk about the last thing that I need to add. The books for the bingo board for Spring into Readathon. Now, I'm not going to go through and read all these titles and tell you what the prompts are. I'm just going to go through and put my books in there, and then I'll tell you what they are as I'm telling you what book I picked. That'll just make it go a little bit easier. I am trying to make 2 bingos, and then that's it. I'm going to be satisfied with what I have. Now, I'm also going to be using these books that I still have left to read. I can take all of these M's off because these books should be available and eligible to be read now at any point. I've been saving the M books, but I can take all those off. So now all of these books, that is 24 books right here. And then over here, I think there's only 2 extras over here that aren't over there. So these 2 down here are here. So they're not part of Libby though. Let me scoot Libby up a little bit. That way I can show that they're different because I don't know how I'm going to read them yet. I have On a Quiet Street physically, but y'all know how I am with physical books. So I need to see if I can find the audio of it. And then I want to own the T. Kingfishers, and I have Thornhedge, but that's the only one I have. So I want to get A Sorceress Comes to Call. Okay, these are all the ones that I was able to easily get in here. So here's what I have. A book that's been collecting dust on my TBR, the first book in a series. I need to find a smutty book or an audio book. I'm going to do any of these on audio, so I literally could just put any of them there. I'll put that there. A book that's going to make me happy. A book with many colors on the cover. A book with a beautiful cover. This one is one of the previous Season-a-thon authors or the group books. A book that's going to make me sad. A book with green on the cover. Just a self-care thing. So this is definitely going to happen. A children's or middle grade. I don't have any more left on my TBR. Spring Forward is the next book in a series, which can be this one. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Then I have a retelling of a classic. This said it's based on the Goose Girl. Some kind of goose. Anyway, a YA book. I looked it up. It's YA. A new book that you bought. I've already purchased it for pre-order, so I will be buying it in March. A book with water on the cover. None of these have water on the cover. This one has a strong female protagonist. This is written by a Japanese or Japanese American author. A book with fire on the cover. None of them have fire. This one looks like it has fire, but it doesn't. It's just the way it's written. A book with flowers on the cover. You can double up as well. I forgot to say that. So that's the only one so far that I'm doubling up. March Madness is a sports book, and then Tiny Umbrellas is just to have a drink. So Tiny Umbrellas will definitely give me one one right here. That'll be easy. And then finding a book with water on the cover will give me one right here. Or I can do it diagonally if I do a Japanese or Japanese American author. That will also give me this one. So it's not going to be hard. Just with the books that I had already planned to read, it's not going to be hard to get a bingo, which is nice. So I'm going to copy all of this right here, and I'm going to put it over here on my March page. And I'm just going to move it over here. And then these are the other books that I need to read for March that I couldn't get on. Oh, wait, I got that one on here. So these are the 4. I did the Stephen King book was on purpose, but the other 3 I just couldn't get on there this time. So that is what my March specific TBR looks like. But honestly, I'm just trying to read all the books that are left for the month of March. So I will be doing that by playing the game over here. And so if you want to watch me play this game and work on reading those books, make sure that you are subscribed to below, and I will just see you in the next video. Bye.